concepts or conceptos básicos that we can use in order to understand and familiarize with this amazing language that is called Spanish. So we're gonna start with the vocals or las vocales. I'm gonna show them so you get familiar with the sound and the pronunciation of every letter. Okay, I'm gonna start with A. How do you spell letter A? How do you say it? That will be A. A in Spanish, that will be A. B, B. C, C. C. D, D. And E, you can say it E. So just remember, instead of like the E in Spanish, you gotta say it E. E. Sorry. E. E. Then F, F, G, H, E. So the I is E in Spanish, just to keep that in mind. I is E in Spanish. J, K, L, M, N, Ñ, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, Y y doble R. Doble R. So the most important ones that you gotta recap, I mean all of them that are important, but these ones, I'm gonna put it right here. So just remember, A is A, E is E, I is E, so it's backwards in Spanish, E, O is O, U is O, U, U is U, and O is O. So the next, this word, that'll be bolígrafo. Remember the letter B and O, bo. Then you have the L, I. So this one is a tilde. You gotta keep these ones in mind. I'm gonna share to you like what's the whole complete concept in another video, but basically it's gonna be like an emphasis or like a better sound, like a more emphasis into that I. That's sort of like to get like sort of like the concept of the basic of the tildes. Then gra, fo. So repeat after me. Bolígrafo. 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 Okay. Another thing that I just want you to memorize is how do you refer to a person or to a group of person or even to yourself. So I'm gonna make some examples for you to understand. What we can see is the first one is gonna be I. So how do you say it? Yo. Yo or I. Yo. The next one is gonna be tú or him. Tú. It's more like a formal way to say you. But if you want to use it like more like formal way, instead of like tú, you can say usted. Repeat after me. Usted. Usted. So in formal way, él is more referred into the masculine. Like for example, if you're referring to a boy or to a man, so él. And this one is gonna be the feminine. So feminine, masculine. And this one is gonna be in general. It can be like women or men, pretty much. So, usted, ella, él, usted, ella, él, tú y yo. And now we're gonna go to the next part of the table that will be us or nosotros. That will be in general. So basically, if you're in a group of people and you're referring into that group of people, but you're inside of the group, it's gonna be referred as nosotros or us. The next one is gonna be if you're referring into another group of people, but you're not included to them, vosotros. Vosotros. It's not too common in Central America, but it's more common in South America. You can use vosotros, or they use like the short way to say it, that it's gonna be vos. Vos. Vosotros. Them. And then the next plural way to say el, that'll be ellos. Again, this one is gonna be for masculine. Ellas for feminine. Y ustedes, that's gonna be like the common word that been said in Central America and in Central America and in South America too. It's gonna be sort of like a more formal or more general way to say them. Ustedes. Ustedes. General. So one more time. Ustedes. Ustedes. Ellas. Ellos. Vosotros. Y nosotros. We have these two shorts. The first one is going to be estar, and the second one is going to be ser. So both mean the same word in English, but we're going to differentiate between each and every one. So I'm going to start with estar. Estoy, that means I am. Estoy is for me. One more time, estoy. The next one is going to be estás. That means you are. You are. You are. The next one is está. That'll be it is. Está. And then we have in the other part is going to be the plural way to say those words. So, for example, estoy, estamos. That means we are. We are. The next one is estáis. That's more like a formal way to say in plural is you are in the same group, but we can use it in Chile and South America too. Está, están, so that means they are. They are. So just to remember is estoy, estamos, estás, estáis, está, están. And then ser. Soy, you pronunciate like the soy sauce, soy. Then somos, that'll be we are. Eres, eres, that'll be you are. Son, they are. Es, he is. He or she, you can use feminine or masculine, is. And then son, they are. Okay, so what I'm gonna tell you, just to understand these two concepts, we're gonna use this one with locations or things that can change. So basically we use a star for referring into a location. I am this way, but it can change accordingly with the time. For this one is permanent. So we use the verb ser in permanent. Permanent. So there'll be words like occupation, ethnicity, identification, or place of origin. Okay, we're gonna do some phrases just to warm up to get like the concept clear. If you need some time to go back and look it up, like the concepts, you can go back, rewind, and then just come back to this part and start to structure some phrases with me. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna refer to a group of people, so that'll be ellos. I'm gonna say they are, and then any kind of word. For vocabulary, I'll recommend you to do is grab a dictionary or just look it up, like the kind of vocabulary you want to learn in Spanish. It can be on YouTube, Google, or any book in Spanish that you want to expand your vocabulary. So ellos son deportistas. As you see, I use the letter ellos, referring to a group of people. Son, they are deportistas. What it means deportistas, that will be people that practice sports. People that practice sports. Yo estoy en el parque. One more time. Yo estoy en el parque. What does it mean is I am the park. You notice that we're using a location because it's the other part and they can change drastically. So one more time. Yo estoy en el parque. Yo soy un cocinero. What does it mean is I am a cook. I am a cook. So have you noticed this one is not going to change? So it's going to stay consistent unless the guy or the woman change his profession. But as you see, this one is verbal and this one is going to be consistent. Another phrase that you can use that we're going to structure, it's going to be él es callado. So, él, referring to a boy or a man, es, he is, and then callado, he's quiet. So this one is quiet. So, él es callado. Él es callado. Okay. So this was the fundamental concepts of Spanish. I hope that you guys liked this video. My name is Juan Vargas and this was Juan Enseña.